What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Thursday, February 16th, 2017, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for the Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Comic Relief says it has begun taping Red Nose Day Actually, a short film reuniting the stars of the iconic romantic comedy Love Actually. The mini-movie will offer updates on the characters memorably played by Hugh Grant, Keira Knightley, Colin Firth, Liam Neeson, Bill Nighy, Andrew Lincoln, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Martin McCutcheon, Luisa Munoz, Thomas Brody Stankster, Olivia Olson, Marcus Brigstow, and Rowan Atkinson. The press release announcing the project did not mention some of the other prominent Love Actually cast members, such as Emma Thompson, Laura Linney, Martin Freeman, Rodrigo Santoro, and the late Alan Rickman. The reunion will be shown as part of the Red Nose Day 2017 telethon on March 24th on BBC One. Love Actually writer-director Richard Curtis said in a statement Wednesday, "Over the years, I've enjoyed doing Red Nose Day specials of TV things I've worked on, Black Clatter, The Vicar of Dilby, and Mr. Bean. It seems like a fun idea this year to do a special sketch based on one of my films, since Red Nose Day is now in both the United Kingdom and America." He also added, "I would never have dreamt of writing a sequel to Love Actually, but I thought it might be fun to do 10 minutes to see what everyone is now up to. Who has aged best? I guess that's the big question, or is it so obvious? Liam. We've been delighted and grateful that so many of the cast are around and are able to take part, and it'll certainly be a nostalgic moment getting back together and recreating their characters 14 years later. We hope to make something that'll be fun, very much in the spirit of the original film and of Red Nose Day, and which we hope will bring lots of viewers and cash to the Red Nose Day shows." Disney has hired director Niki Caro to helm their upcoming live-action adaptation of Mulan. The studio went with Caro after attempts to acquire an Asian director were unsuccessful, as Ang Lee and Rogue One star Zhang Wen, a hit director in China, passed on the project, the Hollywood Reporter noted. Other female directors who were considered included Patty Jenkins and Michelle McLaren. Caro represents the second woman at the studio to direct a film budgeted at over $100 million following Ava DuVernay, who is working on A Wrinkle in Time. Mulan, which is being fast-tracked into production, is being produced by Jason Reed, Chris Bender, Jake Weiner, and executive produced by Hong Kong-based producer Bill Kong. The script penned by Rick Jaffa and Amanda Silver is a rewrite from a spec written by Laura Hynek and Elizabeth Martin. The film came under fire in October after reports surfaced that the title character would have a Caucasian love interest. Disney quickly shot down the rumor, promising that all primary roles in the film, including that of Mulan and her love interest, will be filled by Chinese actors. Mulan, based on the Chinese legend Hua Mulan, a young woman who disguises herself as a man to take her father's place in war, was originally adapted into a hit animated feature in 1998 featuring the voice talents of Ming-Na Wen, Eddie Murphy, Miguel Ferrer, and B.D. Wong. The film is set to arrive in theaters November 2nd, 2018. The Outlander official Facebook page offered an update on the period romance's shooting schedule and when Season 3 is expected to debut. Wednesday's post read, Sam Heughan and Katrina Balfe have wrapped filming in Scotland and are off to South Africa to continue their adventure. Prepare for an amazing season, clan. Outlander will return to stars this September. Based on Diana Gabaldon's popular fantasy novel, the small-screen drama follows Claire, played by Balfe, a married former World War II military nurse who magically travels back to 18th century Scotland, where she meets and falls in love with warrior Jamie, played by Heughan. Production on the season began last September and will wrap in June. Carmi Zitnock, the president of programming of Starz, said in a statement, "While Droughtlander will last just a little longer, we feel it is important to allow the production the time and a number of episodes needed to tell the story of the Voyager book in its entirety. The scale of this book is immense, and we owe the fans the very best show. Returning in September will make that possible." Susan Sarandon and Jessica Lange face off in the first full-length trailer for Feud, released Tuesday. The 70-year-old actress and 67-year-old star play Warring Whatever Happened to Baby Jane stars Bette Davis and Joan Crawford in a new FX series from Ryan Murphy. The trailer explores the pure naked rancor between Davis and Crawford that began on the set of the 1962 movie and the hidden pain that drove their lifelong rivalry. Crawford and Davis died in 1977 and 1989, respectively. Sarandon set up Tuesday's episode on Today. Ryan's first brought it to me when it was a film. When he placed it in the 8-hour series, there could be a context, and it could say something more about Hollywood, and ask the question, has it changed so much? And shows what actually went on for aging actresses then and now. She also added, I think there's still a lack of imagination in terms of telling stories about older people, but there's definitely more actresses that have worked and production companies. Judy Davis will star as Hedda Hopper, with Alfred Molina as director Robert Aldrich, and Stanley Tucci as film executive Jack L. Warner. Feud, Betty and Joan will premiere on March 5th, with subsequent seasons to explore other famous feuds. Disney Channel says it has renewed Tangled, the series, for a second season before the animated adventure even premieres next month. Tangled Before Ever After, a Disney Channel original movie, is to debut on the cable network on March 10th. Tangled, the series, is scheduled to bow on March 24th. Like the other blockbuster that inspired them, the TV special and new series will feature the voice talents of Mandy Moore as Rapunzel and Zachary Levi as Eugene, formerly known as Flynn Ryder. The renewal announcement was made Wednesday by Gary Marsh, the president and chief creative officer of Disney Channels Worldwide. He said, Tangled is my all-time favorite Disney animated film, and with the blessings of the filmmakers, executive producer Chris Sonnenberg has crafted a terrific new series that embraces the rich characters, the brilliant storytelling, and the memorable music of the original. Mandy Moore and Zachary Levi have effortlessly reprised their roles as Rapunzel and Flynn Ryder, and the legendary songwriters Alan Menken and Glenn Slater have graced the series with a host of memorable songs. This promises to be an absolute treat for kids and families around the world. Britain's ITV says it has gotten 6 famous men to agree to strip completely nude for a television special intended to raise awareness of men's cancers. The hour-long The Real Full Monty special will see presenters Alexander Armstrong and Ashley Banjo round up the celebrities who will train for weeks as stripteasers and ultimately take it all off in front of a live audience of 2,000 people at the London Palladium. The cast and air date have not yet been release. Armstrong says in a statement Wednesday, we are using this film to raise awareness of men's cancer, prostate, and testicular, encouraging men to check themselves and look out for their friends and an act of symptoms if they have some. If caught early on, prostate cancer is nearly 100% curable, but if men are not aware of the problem or ignore symptoms, a story is not such a good one, as prostate cancer kills one man an hour. I hope that by showing these men that have the balls to strip out in front of thousands of people, it might encourage others, reluctantly men, to overcome their embarrassment and get themselves checked. Banjo added, we're going to have a ball making this show. I'll make sure viewers are in for a treat by knocking a group of famous novices into shape and preparing them for the striptease performance of their lives. Viewers will see our celebs as they've never seen them before. Emmy Award-winning actress Katherine Heigl described her time producing and acting on the short-lived NBC espionage thriller State of Affairs as extraordinary. Heigl said in a recent teleconference with reporters about her new legal drama Doubt, I had an extraordinary experience on State of Affairs. It was the first time really in my career that I had an active producing role. I had produced titles on things, but it was more, to be quite frank, more of a vanity title than actually me doing anything. She also added, for State of Affairs was my first real opportunity to get involved as a producer with decisions like casting or storylines or writers or marketing. It was really incredibly satisfying and incredibly fun for me and a wonderful evolution of my career, I guess. I've been doing this a really long time, so to tell a story from the other side of the camera was extraordinary. I loved every second of it. This project Doubt was already well established and well paced before I came aboard. You're attached as a producer when you are kind of bringing the project to the table. This project was brought to me. That's not to say that I won't be hitting up co-creators Tom Phelan and Joan Ryder for an opportunity to produce at some point on this show. If it's really successful and we keep going, I'm going to keep begging. But it's a totally different as a performer-producer. There's just far more work that one has to do, and as just a performer, less of me is involved. Co-starring Laverne Cox, Stephen Pascal, and Dul Hill, Doubt debuts on CBS Wednesday night. NBC says it has renewed Superstore, its workplace comedy starring American Ferrera and Ben Feldman, for a 22-episode third season. The announcement was made Tuesday by Jennifer Salk, the president of NBC Entertainment. Salk said in a statement, "We're extremely proud of Superstore, which is one of the smartest and funniest comedies on television today. Through the show's expertly drawn characters, our producers and cast do a remarkable job touching on many issues in which audiences can relate. To its credit, not only does Superstore make us laugh, but it makes us think as well." Co-starring Colton Dunn, Nico Santos, and Mark McKinney, the show is about the employees and managers of a big box store. Mia Goth says she found it easy to relate to the mysterious young woman she plays in director Gore Verbinski's psychological thriller Cure for Wellness. The 23-year-old British model and actress told UPI during a roundtable interview with reporters in New York Tuesday, "I really connected to Hannah, and as an actor, that's the kind of thing that I try to find in scripts, try to find parallels with the characters that's written on the page." She also added, "It's very much of a coming-of-age story for her in many ways. She's forced to take this leap from girlhood to womanhood, and she really goes on quite a journey throughout the film. Being 21 when I shot it, that was something I could very much relate to, and I'm still going through it, trying to understand my womanhood and the power that comes with that, and sometimes it's terrifying for Hannah. Sometimes it's exhilarating and sometimes it's uncomfortable, but ultimately I had great respect for her because she shows herself to have a lot of resilience and courage." Best known for co-starring in Nymphomaniac Volume 2 with her now husband Shia LaBeouf, Goff says she loves the many twists and turns that drives A Cure for Wellness, a contemporary story that follows an ambitious New York business executive played by Dane DeHaan to a luxurious spa in the Swiss Alps where not everything is what it seems. Hannah is a longtime resident of the facility with a strong bond to the man who runs it. Goff recalls, "I read the script for the first time and I thought it was incredibly well written. I would be reading it and I think I would know where the plot was headed and then it would take a completely different turn. It never really allowed you to predict what was going to happen, and when I got sent the details, it said that Gore was directing and Dane was starring in it, and all that made it incredibly exciting to me, and it made it something that I really wanted to be a part of and chase." American Girl says new additions to its toy line for 2017 will include Tenny Grant, a rising star in the Nashville music scene, and her drummer Logan Everett. 18-inch Tenny dolls and accessories are going on sale Thursday. It's unclear when Logan, the first male doll in the American Girl family, will be available. The company said in a press release, "For more than 30 years, girls have met and fallen in love with American Girl characters, both historically and contemporary. That has helped build self-confidence, inspire creativity, and give a broader understanding of the world." Now, in response to thousands of impassionate requests from fans for more options, American Girl has introduced a new series of contemporary characters and stories designed to speak to even more girls' interests, backgrounds, and experiences. The fresh approach gives voice to a diverse range of personalities and backgrounds and new ways for girls to connect with smart, compelling, and aspirational characters that they can relate to and love. Howard Stern is being sued by Cape Cod resident Judith Baragas after the radio host broadcast a private conversation she had with the IRS in 2015. The incident occurred as Baragas spoke with IRS agent Jimmy Phosphide about a potential misapplication of her tax refund in 2014. Phosphide called the Howard Stern show on Sirius XM satellite radio and was unaware that his conversation could be heard by Stern and his millions of listeners. Baragas said to CBS Boston, "I started to receive phone calls and text messages from all over the country informing me that the information I was discussing with the IRS agent was being aired on the Howard Stern show." She continued, "As soon as I heard of this information, I just started to quiver and had what I call an out-of-body experience. I couldn't believe it at first. I thought it was a joke." Now Baragas is suing the United States of America, the Stern, and the Howard Stern Production Company on grounds of unlawful invasion of privacy and negligence. The suit filed Monday in Massachusetts federal court reads, "Mr. Stern and the Stern Show were fully aware that they were broadcasting and disseminating Mrs. Baragas' tax and personal information, yet failed to take any action to stop the broadcast." It also adds that Mr. Stern and The Stern Show joked about the publication and broadcast of Mrs. Baragas' tax and personal information in conversation with the IRS agent Farside, and used the broadcast and the humiliation of Mrs. Baragas as a source of amusement for their listeners. Baragas claims in the suit that she, quote, has difficulty sleeping and eating since the incident and has sought treatment as a result. The suit is seeking unspecific damages. Former Nickelodeon star Amanda Bynes responded Tuesday to engagement and pregnant rumors. The 30-year-old actress said in a series of tweets that a fake Twitter account was responsible for reports that she's engaged and pregnant with her first child. Bynes wrote to her 3.32 million followers, I am not at Persian Lot 27. I am not getting married and I am not pregnant. I don't understand why Twitter won't take at Persia Lot 27 down. She added, I have asked repeatedly, this person continues to impersonate and harass me and Twitter needs to take the account down. I repeat, I am not at Persian Lot 27. She got into my private Instagram somehow and took all my photos and videos. The Persia Law account has sparked speculation earlier in the day by tweeting about a possible pregnancy according to Us Weekly. The person later shared a photo of what appeared to be Bynes' driver's license. They wrote Happy Valentine's Day at the gyno's office with Matt to see if I'm indeed pregnant. Home test says I am, but I need a second opinion. The person captioned a picture of the ID card. It is me, authentic, often intimidated but never duplicated. I refuse to be silent. My friends know how to reach me. Love. The Persian Law account has later changed their display name to Amanda Bynes to Ashley Banks, but continues to imply they are the actress. Bynes has told fans in August that no other Twitter accounts or websites are hers. She wrote at the time, I don't know why some people use my photos or try to pose as me, but they do. Please don't be confused or believe any of them. This is me, the verified, real, authentic, and actual Amanda Bynes, except no substitutes. Bynes has kept a low profile since being placed on an involuntary psychiatric hold in 2014 after a highly publicized breakdown. She is known for starring on the Nickelodeon series All That and The Amanda Show. Karlie Kloss has apologized Wednesday for her geisha-inspired photo and shoot in Vogue. The 24-year-old model issued an apology on Twitter after her Japanese-themed spread in the magazine March issue came under file for cultural appropriation. Kloss tweeted to her 2.5 million followers, these images appropriate a culture that is not my own, and I'm truly sorry for participating in a shoot that was not culturally sensitive. She also added, my goal is and always will be to empower and inspire women. I'll ensure that my future shoots and projects reflect that mission. Sincerely, Karlie. Kloss posed in a kimono and a wig with a traditional Japanese hairstyle for the issue, which proclaimed to celebrate diversity. Many called out the star for cultural appropriation, while some accused her of using yellow face. One person tweeted, apparently no Japanese models were available for Vogue's diversity issue. Thank God Karlie Kloss could fill in. Another wrote, has Vogue lost it? Karlie Kloss as a geisha? What look should we go for this March? How about yellowface and assorted Orientalism? Kloss was previously accused of cultural appropriation after wearing a Native American-inspired outfit in the 2012 Victoria's Secret fashion show. The lingerie company cut the look from its subsequent broadcast. The star said at the time, I'm deeply sorry that if I wore during the VS show offended anyone. I support VS's decision to remove the outfit from the broadcast. Vogue also came under fire for the issue after some speculated plus-size model Ashley Graham was instructed to cover part of her leg on the cover. The model said last week that she struck the pose on her own accord. Actress Kate Hudson took to Instagram to share a musical Valentine's Day message alongside her son. Hudson shared a video of herself performing a rendition of Rihanna's Love on the Brain while her 13-year-old son Ryder laid out along the back of their couch. Hudson wrote, we got love on the brain and sending you all hearts. Happy Valentine's Day from our fam to yours. While Hudson belted out Rihanna's lyrics and formed a heart shape with her hands, her son slowly inched his way across the couch as he smiled towards the camera. Hudson also showed off her vocal prowess when she performed En Vogue's Hold On during a commercial break on The Tonight Show in September 2016, and joined Ryder for a sillier performance of Fetty Wap's Trap Queen while waiting at an airport in 2015. Actress Krysten Ritter is writing a psychological thriller titled Bonfire, her first novel. The book will follow environmental lawyer Abby Williams as she returns to her hometown in order to investigate local companies' optical plastic and their role in dumping chemicals into local water, reports Entertainment Weekly. As Abby digs deeper, she will uncover a mystery concerning a missing high school bully and a dark secret about the town. Ritter said in a statement, "As a huge fan of psychological suspense novels, I was so thrilled to take on the challenge of writing my first book. This was an exciting opportunity for me to explore a character journey and really get inside the head of my protagonist, a process that has a lot of common with how I prepare to play a role." The Jessica Jones star also shared on Instagram Wednesday her excitement in releasing a novel alongside a cover image featuring the title. She wrote on the photo sharing app, "It's a major passion project of mine and I've been working on it for a very long time. It's been torture keeping it a secret." She continued, "Bonfire is a dark and twisted suspense novel and is coming out this November. I am so proud of it and can't wait for you to read it. Stay tuned for lots of more info, teasers, giveaways, and more." Kate Upton is featured on the cover of Sports Illustrated's annual swimsuit issue for the third time in her career. Unveiled on Jimmy Kimmel Live Tuesday, the issue hits newsstands with 3 official covers featuring Upton in a trio of revealing beachwear. Kimmel joked about one of her swimsuits on display. "Is that really a swimsuit that you're wearing? Because it seems just like a ham hock that just got torn to bits." The model responded laughingly, "I think it's just a robe." Upton started her career modeling for Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition in 2011 when the magazine named her Rookie of the Year. She has landed a spread of the swimsuit issue 5 times and appeared on the cover back-to-back in the years 2012 and 2013. Sports Illustrated editor MJ Day said in a statement, "It's a full-circle moment for us. We started Kate in her career, and we watched her grow and become not only this worldwide superstar phenomenon, she changed the direction of the modeling industry. Kate Upton was really this trailblazer that led the way for the Ashley Grahams of the world and everything you see happening that's different in fashion right now." Upton added, "I was very excited when MJ asked me to be back in the issue, especially when this year's theme is about every woman of every age and every body type being accepted. It was inspiring to be asked to be part of that issue." She also continued by saying, "Those are the campaigns I want to do and the career I want to have, and to inspire women to love themselves. That's a balance of working hard and eating healthy, but also enjoying life and having cheat days, and for the emphasis not to be on the ideal perfect body. It makes me proud to be asked back." Pop star Gwen Stefani says working with boyfriend Blake Shelton on The Voice has been such a fun experience. The 47-year-old singer discussed her professional dynamic with the 40-year-old country star on Wednesday's episode of The Today Show, saying her work life with Shelton is easy and comfortable, not awkward. Stefani says, "I love the chemistry between the coaches. Alicia Keys is just so magical. Adam Levine and I, we've known each other now for a while. And of course Blake, who I think is the greatest guy ever, is just so fun. It's so easy and comfortable." She also added, "Working with Blake made me nervous at first. I was like, wait, is this going to be awkward? How am I going to act? It's just natural. We actually do help each other, and I've learned a lot about country music just in the last year through him." Stefani and Shelton met on The Voice in 2014 and started dating the next year following their splits from their respected spouses, Gavin Rossdale and Miranda Lambert. The couple were apart Tuesday for Valentine's Day, but still managed to connect. The singer joked before sharing he forgot to call. "I got some beautiful flowers and lots of texts. It was fun." Stefani and Shelton will both serve as coaches on The Voice Season 12, which will premiere on February 27th on NBC. The singer previously served as coach in Season 7 and 9, while Shelton has been with the show since Season 1. Stefani told Access Hollywood, "It's so good. It's just a different perspective being back and listening to all the music, and I have such an amazing team. I love Adam Levine, and I love Alicia Keys, and obviously I love Blakey. It's just so fun. I love it here." Fans at a Guns N' Roses concert in Australia showered the rockers with booze after their guitar technician shouted out the wrong city. Melbourne fans erupted with jeers inside the Melbourne Cricket Ground after the tech welcomed Sydney into the intro. The band posted afterwards to Twitter an apology. "Melbourne, accidentally after 30 years, McBob made an error. We're truly sorry. Thank you for coming out tonight." Members / social chimed in, referencing the 1980s rock mockumentary This is Spinal Tap, writing, "Melbourne, thank you for an awesome fucking evening. Apologizing the Spinal Tap intro, but we had a great time tonight. Cheers." The concert was part of the band's ongoing Not in This Lifetime tour. Guns N' Roses last made headlines in December after it invited fans on stage to attack a Donald Trump piñata in Mexico. Katy Perry, Ed Sheeran, and the Chainsmokers are to perform at the 4th Annual iHeartRadio Music Awards on March 5th. Also confirmed to take the stage are Shawn Mendes, Thomas Wright, Noah Cyrus, Big Sean, and Bruno Mars. Hosted by Ryan Seacrest, the mega concert and prize presentation is to air live on Turner's TBS, TNT, and True TV at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from the Forum in Los Angeles. Seacrest said in a statement, the biggest artists in music show up each year. iHeartRadio reaches hundreds of millions of people across the country every day, so this is an opportunity for the fans to have a voice in who's the best and brightest, and the artists in turn to show their appreciation. It's always a lively celebration and an evening of special performances and appearances. Tom Pullman, the president of National Programming Group for iHeartMedia, says 2016 was an incredible year in music, and the iHeartRadio Music Awards will not only recognize the amazing artists of the past 12 months, but celebrate their successes, creativity, and innovation. As a pop culture icon, Ryan Seacrest is known as a champion of great music across our radio stations nationwide. We're thrilled to have him as our masters of ceremony. And here are the top 10 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of February 25th. Number 10, The Chainsmokers with Paris. Number 9, Maroon 5 featuring Kendrick Lamar with Don't Wanna Know. Number 8, Alicia Cara with Scars to You're Beautiful. Number 7, The Chainsmokers featuring Halsey with Closer. Number 6, Big Sean with Bounce Back. Number 5, Machine Gun Kelly and Camila Cabello with Bad Things. Number 4, Lady Gaga with Million Reasons. Number 3, Zayn and Taylor Swift with I Wanna Live Forever from 50 Shades Darker soundtrack. Number 2, Migos featuring Lil Uzi with Bad and Bougie. And the number 1 song on the Billboard Hot 100 charts for the week of February 25th, Ed Sheeran with Shape of You. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1933, David O. Selznick becomes vice president and producer at MGM. Selznick becomes one of the most influential independent producers of his time. Selznick got his start working at his father's studio, Louis Selznick Pictures. Selznick's older brother, Myron, also worked at the studio, becoming chief of production by age 21. After Selznick Pictures went bankrupt in 1923, Louis landed a job for David with his former partner and sometimes rival, Louis B. Mayer at MGM. Myron, meanwhile, went on to become a powerful talent agent. David eventually married the boss's daughter, Irene, but left MGM to work at Paramount and RKO before forming his own company, Selznick International, in 1936. In the spring of 1936, a few months before the publication of Margaret Mitchell's Civil War epic Gone with the Wind, Selznick expressed interest in buying the film rights, but balked at Mitchell's asking price of $50,000, more than any studio had ever paid for rights of the first novel. He gave in, however, just before the book's release in June, and began 3 long years of production in which he used 3 directors and 15 screenwriters. His nationwide search for the actress to play Scarlett lasted for more than a year. Meanwhile, he agreed to let MGM distribute the film in return for lending him Clark Gable to play Rhett Butler. Filming on the movie began in December 1938, but the Scarlett role still hadn't been cast. British actress Vivien Leigh visited the set on the day filming began. A month later, she signed on as Scarlett. The film debuted in Atlanta on December 15, 1939, and became an instant hit, breaking all box office records in the course of its run. The film was nominated for more than a dozen Oscars and won 9, including Best Picture, Best Screenplay, Best Actress, and Best Supporting Actress, which went to Hattie McDaniel, the first African-American woman to win the award. The movie was digitally restored and the sound remastered for its 1998 re-release by New Line Pictures. The following year, Selznick brought Alfred Hitchcock from England to direct Rebecca, Hitchcock's first U.S. film. Selznick produced several other pictures in the United States and abroad, but none made the same splash as Gone with the Wind. He produced his last film, A Farewell to Arms, in 1957. Selznick died on June 22, 1965. And as your entertainment report for Thursday, February 16, 2017, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Answer Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.